in Arkansas who wouldn't listen to his mom when she told him he should go to school. He'd slip away in the afternoon, take a little walk. Pretty soon we'd find him at the local auction bar. He'd stand and listen carefully, and pretty soon he began to see how the auctioneer could talk so rapidly. He said, oh my, it's do or die, I've got to learn that auction cry, gotta make my mark, be an auctioneer. $25 bidding and a hoodly bitty 30, got a 25 booty, give me 5, wanna make it 30, hoodly bitty 30, and a hoodly bitty $30 bill. I got a $30 bidding and a hoodly bitty 35, I got 30.
Well, good morning, Grace Christian School. How are you today? Welcome to the weekly roundup. Some of you got to see a preview mode it clicked into. Some could say that was a technical error. Some could say Sheriff P has fat fingers and he accidentally hit the preview go live mode. So I don't know what you were watching as I was trying to prepare the show. So we felt it was just best to get the show on. Kat, good morning. Good to see you. Twice in one day. That's like a daily double. That's terrific to be able to see Kat Fortney twice in one day. Anyway, welcome to the weekly roundup. So glad that you are all here tuning into the show. Normally we do this on Hey, Justin, good to see you. It was great to see you at Open House also. Thanks for tuning in. And Jamie, good morning. Good to see you. Many of our regulars are tuning in here, so it's great to have you on. This has been a very busy day. We have 10 days left of school. Can you believe it? There's 10 days. Tomorrow it'll be single digit. Thank you, Justin. It'll be single digits. It'll be 9, and you got the countdown to the ring. The kids are excited. The staff are excited, and it's crazy, the atmosphere around school during the last few days, and it never seems like there's enough time. But welcome to the weekly roundup. I'm Sheriff P. This is the Grace Christian School, kind of like our YouTube channel, where we come and give you all the information about what's going on at Grace Christian School, what's happened at Grace, and what's going forward. Today's weekly roundup is going to be a little different because it's normally on Wednesday, but next week on Wednesday will be a jam-packed weekly roundup. Today will be kind of quick and kind of over the top a view. On that first page there, you did get a chance to see David and his horse, so they were out there riding, and I think we had one other. I'm going to bounce back real quick and look and come back. Don't go away. Yes, we had, Bryce and Adam are also on their horses there. So those are our 3 pictures to get up. We have one last picture to put on next week, a group of pictures, and we will have got every person on the weekly roundup. So I'm Sheriff P, and I'm your host, and it's good to have you here today. So yesterday was Spirit Day, and kids got to come dress as superheroes, and our staff dresses as superheroes also. And some of you that come into the office on Spirit Days see that we have an office member who really, the kids look forward to coming in every time to see what she's dressed like, and that's Mrs. Wolfner. She didn't let us down yesterday. She was a superhero, and she always participates in all the events, which is great. The parents love it when they come in and see her, and the kids that get hurt or need to come see the doc, as we call her, get to see her in sick bay. So thank you, Mrs. Wolfner. Good morning, Kimberly. Spirit Day was so cute. Yes, it was. It was a very, very fun day. And Mrs. Wolfner always gets into it. And a lot of the other staff members do too. And sometimes in the office, we have other off-site commitments that they don't quite understand our Spirit Days when we show up at a meeting dressed as a superhero or with crazy hair in our pajamas. So that's why sometimes we can't participate. But it's a lot of fun. Hey, you know what's next? It is the end of the year, so that means graduation is among us and upon us. So our 8th graders will be leaving us. They'll be getting promoted to 9th grade. And Miss Gasser has sent home an email to all of our 8th grade parents outlining graduation. It's going to be at Holy Cross over on Cerritos, and we're really excited. We went over there yesterday and walked the facility. You are going to thoroughly enjoy the venue. And we have someone there who's going to be videoing, and there will be DVDs available afterwards. and we might even be able just to post it onto our YouTube channel so that you're able to see that. So that is next. You've received those letters, and graduation is coming very soon. So it's a tough time when we say goodbye to our 8th graders as they move on. You know what else happened? Disneyland Day. That was last week when we had the Roundup bars, and they got to draw for the golden tickets, and it was a great day to have a first name start with the letter C, because we had Kara win, we had Chandler win, Carson win, and Cash win, and guess what? Olivia broke up the C streak, and Olivia won. So they are very excited. On May 19th, they are going to be joining our chaperones, Mrs. Cupper, Miss Cinco, Mrs. Mulaney, Mrs. O'Rue, and Miss Henahan, as they all go to Disneyland. Information has gone out to those parents about the time and permission slips that need to be signed. It's going to be fun. The kids really had a great time that day doing the Roundup bar drawings, and it was so much like Willie Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the excitement between all the kids and everything like that. So congratulations again to our winners, and I know they will have a wonderful time. That lets me on to the next topic, which is it's the final stretch. This is like we're in the bell lap. Let's see, Paula, how's it going? So thrilled for Carson and the other kids getting to go to. I am too. I'm so happy for them. We never had anything like that when I was in school. We were in school all the time. I think the only time we really got off campus to do anything fun was in 6th grade, and we got to go to the roller derby and to skate. But yes, I am too. It's a lot of fun, and they're going to have a great time. So I wish I was 6th grade going, or one of the winners of the Roundup bar. But anyway, we're in the final stretch, the bell lap, and this is the time that sometimes we start to let our foot off the gas and things start to slow down a little bit. But we need to keep our kids focused for the last 10 days. Rachel, you've asked a great question. Are there going to be yearbooks this year? I have to say, yes, there are going to be yearbooks this year. What kind of year would this be with no yearbooks? Yearbooks are supposed to arrive on campus today. Miss Henahan, our yearbook advisor, will be sending out information through the office how you can purchase your yearbook and how your student can retrieve their yearbook after it's purchased. So that information is going home today, and that was a great question. Thank you so much for that. But yes, the yearbooks are going home, and this is the final stretch. We will give them time during the last week of school and even next week to get autographs and notes from all of their friends that are here at school. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Something else that's coming up is we are going to be using RenWeb a little bit more starting next year, and that will be rolling in this next month through May and June. You will be getting information from Mrs. Campbell in our business office. We are putting our account payments online, and that's going to be streamlined. You're going to have to fill out your information there, and it really brings us up into the 21st century as far as our tuition collection. It makes it a lot easier and more streamlined for you, and we value you as parents, so we took your suggestion and we move forward with this. And doing this is also going to give us a new component for next year on re-enrollment. That re-enrollment will be pretty seamless also. You'll be able to do that online and turn in your paper and basically paperless. And if you wanted to get a hard copy, we could always do that for re-enrollment next year. But you'll be getting more information on that very soon. Hey, this coming weekend, if you're looking for something to do, you don't want to spend a lot of money, you want to stay close to home, Cypress Police Department is having open house. Their facility has been completely remodeled from 10 to 2. They have all kinds of things here. You can see they have a SWAT demonstration that day, tours of the new station. The AAA Funny Car is going to be there. Angel Strike Force is going to be shooting things out into the audience. They are going to have their Explorer program for 14 through 20. You can get information. The fire truck is going to be out there. K9 demonstrations, the bomb squad, you name it. Police motorcycles. The kids are going to get to see all kinds of fun stuff, and it's not going to cost you a dime. It's only going to cost you the time to get down there, and any time between 10 and 2 is great. It's a great way to show our support for police, and it's a great way to have a great morning. I know baseball and everything's in full effect, but I'd love to see you down there if you want to go to open house. Hey, we have 45 visitors already, and the next thing I wanted to let you know is Next week's show, I will be going over a breakdown, a little bit more in depth of all of the bills that we signed the letter for at Race for Grace. We sent off to our assembly persons and Senate persons for the California State Congress. And those were SB 871, vaccines to attend school, 866, vaccine without parent permit, needing a vaccine to work in the state of California. So I will give you an update on all of those. It's not good where they are. Some of them are still advancing. The only one that has been put on hold is a vaccine requirement for students to attend school. They have tabled that basically for 2 years, basically to get through the election cycle is the way it looks. But I will have more information for you where they are in committee and everything like that. I do have to tell you, I am extremely disappointed in Sharon Quicksilva. We sent the letter to her with over 300 signatures on it, and it's been crickets. We never heard anything back from her. Senator Richard Roth, who is not our senator, his office did reach out to us and told us he was going to be voting no against that, and he did vote no. So he's really holding true to his word and trying to help us out. I haven't heard back from Senator Josh Newman's office, but I will give you a thorough update on the bills next week. But basically, that concludes this week's weekly roundup. There are 45 of you on right now. I can't thank you enough for tuning in. We are rounding down the corner. We have 10 days left, and I just want to tell you to have a great weekend. It's supposed to be hot. Stay hydrated. And until I see you down the trails, I ask that God just continues to bless each and every one of your families. Have a wonderful day. Happy trails, everyone.
Old Mike Hernandez was a bueno vaquero, rode some good horses, California style. I watched him for hours and he showed me a little of the old California he knew for a while. Started young horses in Bosali Fiador, onto the Touraine, the old Spanish spade. Brought them along with 2 hands that were gentle, some fine reining horses as ever were made. And he'd spend